Alright, yeah. Welcome everybody to this somewhat atypical Sunday spotlight. I wanted to take an hour to talk about my current obsession, which is Fate Grand Order. It got its hooks in me deep a couple of years ago, or a few years ago I should say. It's been quite the ride since then. Krenian over there was the one that introduced me to it. It's my first mobile game, my first gacha game that I ever really got into. I did not expect to enjoy it as much as I have. I have kind of a on-again, off-again relationship with the Fate franchise. I kind of view Fate Stay Night as the Final Fantasy VII of the series, in that it was good enough to get super popular, hasn't necessarily held up well, and beyond that's kind of splitting hairs. But yeah, there's obviously a whole bunch of spin-offs and sub-series that vary pretty wildly in quality, and long story short, someone called it pro wrestling for horny anime nerds, and that's, well, it's not wrong, put it that way. It hangs entirely on the strength of its characters, and the way it explores legendary individuals detached from their founding myths. Sometimes it's somber and dark, sometimes it's charming, or just silly as hell. The better adaptations kind of thread the needle between these otherwise different poles. Anyway, Go works for me because it's kind of taken the Fate universe to its logical conclusion. Like, I did enjoy Fate Zero a lot. But yeah, basically the whole secret war between mages has gotten way out of hand, and now the government has stepped in. It's basically the Men in Black under the division of the UN going, alright, look, none of y'all can be trusted with pet superheroes and wish-granting magic cups. We're here to make sure you dumbasses don't blow up the world. Lo and behold, someone does blow up the world, and because the protagonist was passed out from jet lag, you avoided what happened, and to your more experienced colleagues, and you're the last person left to save the world. So let's get to it. Yeah, it's... Stay Night has its charm, but I don't imagine it's held up pretty well. It's been... God, it's probably been about 10 years since I played it. Anyway, yeah, we'll be focusing on the current event, which is essentially a big battle royale set in New York. Just check a few things here. Yeah, it's... Back in the day, it took a little bit of fuss to get working. There was a whole thing about how the translation was kind of unofficial. It's a long story. Just doing a little bit of more introduction here. So yeah, this is you. Alternatively, this is you. Same character, but prettier. So yeah, with your crack battle harem, you go into various points in time and deal with weird alternate histories that are part of the plan to destroy the world. Like, Go kinda softens some of Fate's more adult bits, but the main story still gets pretty dark, and, well, we'll deal with the female protagonist for now. And it deals with some pretty heavy subject matter. Now, the writing quality varies, but overall it's a lot better than I expected for a mobile game. Like, the Babylonia, which is like the last chapter in the normal story, that's genuinely a page-turner of adventure, and it got an anime adaptation for very good reasons. Yeah, exactly. I love Okita. She's a fantastic. Easily the in my opinion, the best saber in the game, and certainly my favorite saber in the game. But anyway, in stark contrast to the main plot, the overwhelming majority of events, which range from seasonal stuff to sort of tie-in adventures, by far most of them are transparently silly. Like, if you're at all familiar with Carnival Phantasm, that's roughly the tone most of the time. If you're not, just know that it's right on the line between an extended piss take and kind of good-natured self-mockery. Fate Go is very aware of what kind of game it is, and they're not afraid of, making fun of themselves, and I kind of respect that. Yeah, Shinjuku was fun, too. But anyway, yeah, the most recent events, it's a rerun from last year. It's a tournament held by Gilgamesh, which is kind of one of the series' better-known villains, and a walking monument to his own ego. Let's see, I wanted to start with last year's, we'll go with this. Not much of the story of this, but it's, again, a very comical and breezy tone. It's mostly just to set up fights between your servants. Tonight we'll be going through the challenge quests, which are kind of hard mode fights for this. These are actually repeats from last year, but we're only a few days into the event, so they're starting to roll out the ones unique to this year. Anyway, if I recall right, this one... Let's see, we just fight an archer. Yeah, he lives up to it, too. His animations are kind of fun. He literally just stands there and yeets weapons out of various portals at you. We'll go in Kiru. What the hell? We'll go full Lancers. So yeah, every fight you pick one support from all your friends and people you gotten to know, set up the rest of your party, and you have to balance it with the total cost that's based on your current level. So you can only squeeze so many high-level servants in at once, so you sort of have to balance between what you think you'll need and what you can afford using. I have not, actually. I haven't used them all that much. Surprised he got one. It wasn't exactly lacking. Anyway, we'll try. So yeah, we're up against an archer for this first fight. We'll mostly be doing a lot of lancers. I'll give it a try. I'll give him a try. Yeah, he's a massive egotistical prick, but he's a lovable prick. Yeah, he was also a big part of what made Babylonia special. He lived up to his ego in that chapter. I think when I moved to blue stacks, it probably reset the speed. Speed normal, no. Hang on a second. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I've read the guide a few times. I still don't know entirely how this guy's gimmick works. He randomly empowers various cards and throws down a whole bunch of other stats, and generally acts like a kind of an asshole. But, last time I also did get through... I think it only took me a couple tries. It wasn't terribly difficult, it's just suddenly he starts throwing out a lot of buffs to compensate for his absurdly large health bar. So, let's get started. How do we want to do this? Nah, we don't want to hold him down just yet. Actually, wait. That's it, yeah, he locks down. Starts locking down cards. Yeah, part of the problem with this fight is there's just so many he throws it at you, it's genuinely difficult to anticipate what he's going to throw. Like you see here, we have locked down my Buster card, my Arts cards, so only Medusa and Kagatora can do anything this turn. Now, a lot we can do here. Critical rate, remove evade, not just yet. So yeah, one interesting thing about this is the turn order is fixed. You always must take 3 actions per turn, even if you only have 1 servant left, and generally speaking, the other side of the field will as well. Now, since we only have 2 cards we can use, there's no chain effect of going first with the Buster card. You just jump straight to the quick attacks. Drop the value just a little bit. So you also see part of the buffs he's giving us is our own hit points are massively buffed. So he's hitting pretty hard, but we can also take a lot more damage than we otherwise would. Now, I see here, this is actually why I'm glad we got Enkidu. He can remove evade. Nice. Really gotta roll for him when he's up next. So yeah, essentially every turn you pick 3 cards from the sets. Every character has 5. The card you lead with affects the other cards that follow. Alright. Now we got a problem. His charge gauge is built up and he's going to unleash his Noble Phantasm. Basically a super move. So we're going to want to try and stun him for that. Which is why I brought this little lady. Can you do it? Yes! Alright. Perfect. That also reduces his quick resist. So, not a lot we can do there. Let's see if we can get Enkidu's up. Nice. Alright. I kind of forget what this guy's does, so let's just put our protection up. And he doesn't have it, but I think it'll be okay. Alright. AoE, yeah, I thought so. Ah, shit, I probably should have. Probably should have used my master skill for Enkidu. Oof. Ooh, man. Ah, shit. Oh, you asshole. Alright, you know what? I had that coming. Alright, Skyhawk, your turn. Alright, how can we will this guy down more? Actually. Okay, increase damage dealt, decrease max HP turn. Blah, 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 increase quick arts buster card deck. Okay, nothing especially locked down at the moment. Thanks, Eyes. Don't mind if I do. Actually, wait. I want her to get her Phantasm up as well. I love Medusa in all her forms, but she's got some problems in Lancer mode. She doesn't gain her charge meter as much as is especially helpful. So I probably should have brought Scotty with, but she almost certainly would be taking a beating right about now. Alright, okay. Now, I don't think we can get anything from there. That's only for quick. Yeah, screw it. We'll just have her pound on the guy. Do it! Make him suffer! Yes! Fuck him up! Alrighty, Roo. Getting there. Okay, looks like Kagetora can get her NP up. Do it! Get your Bishamon's in on. Nice! Gorgon will get a showing in the next challenge fight, assuming I live long enough to get there. Okie dokie. Alright, they're all protected by a Guts buff, which helps, but let's give some extra protection. Actually, wait. Does hers do anything special? It does not. Okay. Alright. Yeah, why not? Alright. Not a lot of options here. Yeah, we'll leave the Buster. Do a little more oomph there. Yeah, a big element of gameplay is the matching classes for advantage. I feel that a bunch of Lancers, because they have they do more damage against archers and take less damage in return, so they're more likely to survive. Avenger's kind of a unique class that excels against rulers, but doesn't do basically just neutral damage to almost everything else. So yeah, Gorgon is powerful, but she's also a bit of a squish. So we'll need to set up a team specifically to protect her. Which is ironic, given that she's huge. Actually, no. I just have the damage up on all three of them. This is a very kind of basic setup. Alright. We're actually doing pretty good. Almost got through his first break bar. Nice! Alright. Let's give Kagetora some help there. Alright. Very close, and she's still got her attack buffs up. Big problem with the break bar is if you over-damage it, none of the damage goes through. So if we fired Medusa's no Phantasm there, most of the damage would be wasted. Oh god, the fucking Jaguar fight. Yeah, I'll be shocked if I get there, but if we get there, that's gonna be its own fucking thing. You will hear me tearing my hair out. Okay, so now this prick has 3 million hit points we have to get through. And we're starting to take a little more damage, but we have some utility at our disposal. Actually, we can't even use it right now, so we're going to have to stall. I don't think that actually helps against him, but what the hell, I'll use it anyway. Yep. He's locked down arts cards, but that does... Hopefully... Shit, I don't think it does. I think she's still locked down. Damn it. Alright, can you charm? Can we do it again? Yes! Good girl. Alright. Still a little short on options here. Ooh, we might be able to change something here. Nice. Oh, come on. How long does that fucking thing last? Okay, one more turn. Oh, of course she comes up. Fucking... Almost all our cards come up. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Alright. Time to tank up. Yeah, because... When did this game come out? It was 2015, wasn't it? So it was actually it's actually quite a while ago. They've done kind of incremental updates here and there, but it looks it definitely looks like it did at launch, more or less. Most of what they've added is in terms of animation and increased complexity in backgrounds, and occasionally throwing in like cutscenes and such. Oh, that's right. That was a thing for a while, wasn't it? Like it was actually bricking some phones or something. Alright, here we go. Now. Oh, you fucked up, sir. You have fucked up now. Oh. Ah, you motherfucker. Why? Oh, shit. Of course it's still sealed. God damn it. You know what? That's alright. I don't even need it. Skyhawk's still gonna smack a bitch. Not even gonna ask why she meows there, but what the hell. Yes, fuck him up! Nice! Oh, come on, Medusa, you're killing me here. How much longer is that fucking debuff gonna be there? 2 more turns? Jesus Christ. Yeah, she's kind of a... She's very eccentric. Like, they go into it in the event, which is like the most recent Gouda thing. But, long story short, she kind of has been raised to be a weapon of war and is, like, expected to constantly be smiling even when she's not really feeling it, so she's always just kind of unnerving. Yeah. Ah, shit. Alright, he's playing for keeps now. That is absolutely the kind of thing she would do. Okay, right. Match is on the field. Mostly threw in Valkyrie just to squeeze in under the point limit. But she does have heart survival, and that's good. Alright. Mash, I'm going to need you to keep him off us for a while. Okay, finally, So we'll wait for his charge to fill up, because her Noble Phantasm does have a stun attached. And hopefully he doesn't do anything else irritating. We'll do this. Oh, of course, he's got evade now. You asshole. You actual, literal asshole. Right, okay. So this is doable, we'll just need to have someone else hit first. Got it. So... here's the thing. Her stun is not guaranteed. So... what the hell? Everybody's got guts. Let's do it! No guts, no glory. That's it! Fuck him up! Yes! Good girl! Alright. Now, burning question. Can we get one of their Noble Phantasms back up before the quick debuff expires? Let's find out. Hey, and Charm's ready again. Get fucked. Eat it! Nice. Alright. Now shields up, everybody. Alright. Mash, give her some cover. And... nah, we'll leave that be for now. Actually, wait. Other way around. No, this way around, that's fine. I gotta say, it's... almost every time I intentionally rolled for Lancer Medusa, she never actually showed up. She kind of showed up incidentally when I was trying to get, like, Gilgamesh, or not Gilgamesh. Usually she showed up off-banner, which is surprising. Her and Fran were kind of the surprises there. But I love them to bits. They work very well with the right kit. Now, give Mash a little more staying power here. She only needs one if the enemy can't actually hit her. Ah, shit. I spoke too soon. Oh, you cocksucker. Alright. We're locked down again. Only one turn, though. We can do this. Alright. Valkyrie, can we get you charged up? I think we can. Not entirely. Okay, this is getting real. Oh, hell yeah! Now we're talking. Alright. Now we got the 1-2 punch. Alright, ladies. Light them up. Nice. Now, Valkyrie's is AoE, but it should still do a fair bit of damage. Yeah, that's the thing. This fight throws so many buffs at you that it's very difficult to time. Alright. Okay, he's ready to do his thing again. No, she's not going to survive this anyway. You know what? Blaze of Glory. Get him! Do it! You're awaited at Valhalla! That's alright. It's close, but I think we're gonna make it. Alright. Medusa. Punish him. Yes! Ah, that's my girl. Yeah, it's a difficult fight, but a fun one. Just because your condition swings wildly from one moment to the next based on what buffs he's laid down. He fights tough, but he fights fair. She's my girl. I gave her shiny cups for a reason. She's... I mean, I'll be candid. There are obviously... There are Lancers with more attack at her rarity, but she's got a combination of utility and in her skill set and her MP that I really like. Anyway, on to the next one. On to Sparta. Now, this is where things start getting more assholish on us, and we're not gonna mince words. You pretty much need Merlin to... You know, well, it's not undoable without him, but the build I have in mind definitely requires it. Yeah. Oh, she's adorable. I love her to bits. Anyway, yeah. I have prepared a team for Big Snake, and we are going to fuck us up some Spartans. In fairness, I literally only beat Jaguar Country because someone had Kubra's fuck, what's his name? The Berserker Ku, the Kuzilla, yeah, him. Literally would not have done it without him, and only because he had the limit broken damage CE. Like that fight is some hot bullshit. You'll see if we get there. Okay. The gimmick with this one is Leonidas, our flaming man right here, doesn't do a lot of damage by himself. His super move just makes him extremely durable and puts a taunt on him. The problem is these guys do a lot of damage, and they directly contribute to his defense. Like, if we try to hit him now, we'll basically do nothing. Yeah, exactly. He's the Berserker form of Kukulin. But anyway, yeah, the play here is, if you can't penetrate his defenses, and we very much can't, is to survive taking down the waves of Spartans until you have chipped away at enough of his defenses that you can actually hurt him. The problem, these guys, they rotate between sabers, lancers, and archers, so it's difficult to build an offense around them. You basically need something that can deal with every different soldier that comes up, and also because Leonidas frequently taunts, sometimes your damage dealers are locked onto dealing with him. What can I say, man? Gorgon is explicitly evil and has threatened to eat the protagonist in a non-sexual way. But you know what? I kind of like that in a lady. Anyway, the play here is basically to pump up her Noble Phantasm as much as possible, constantly fire it so she can easily clear the waves, and she will be able to. And go from there. Sadly, Gorgon doesn't have a card up yet. We will, however, bump up Merlin. So... Well, her last interlude was interesting because it's basically a rehash of the fight the actual boss fight from Babylonia. It's her as she is now, with her as she was then. And it's kind of implied that there's an uneasy conflict in recognizing, yes, she was evil then and is evil now, but there are degrees of evil, and she doesn't ever explicitly say she cares about the protagonist in her own way or anything like that, but it's sort of implied that she's not completely gone. Like, there's a reason you're able to summon her at all. And it's because as evil as she is, the things you're fighting are far worse. And also in that interlude, she's still... Her sisters, Uriel and Senel, still bully the hell out of her. Like, no matter what form Medusa takes, her two sisters just tease her mercilessly, and it's hilarious. Just giant towering snake woman living in paralyzing fear of these two pint-sized goddesses. It's cute. Yeah, pretty much every Avenger is like that. So one of the reasons I picked Gorgon here is, if you've been paying attention, she actually has a passive where she's gained some charge every round. Not a lot. It's comparable with Merlin, but it helps her get her her gauge up faster. So now we can do another arts combo here. Now we see why we need Merlin and why so many challenge quest guides basically require him. Jalter's great. I can never resist rolling for her when she's up. She's awesome. I use Krenz all the time. So yeah. Exhibit A for why people gravitate to Merlin. He's one of the few that gives you charge to health and your Noble Phantasm with his. And because it's art-focused, he can constantly loop it again and again. His other thing, team-wide invulnerability. Extremely valuable for protecting for soft party members. There are only a handful of servants that can do anything close to that. But anyway, Gorgon's ready to fire, so let's give her some firepower. I have indeed, yes. I'll make sure we show off Ryder a little bit. The original Ryder. But first, we'll save that for now. Yeah, why not? So yeah, now we're starting to see them pull some trickery. He's tanking up and he's taunted, so there's not a lot we can do directly to him. And that's actually a bit of a problem. I kind of goofed there because this guy is about ready to do his charge move. Individual units can't really have Noble Phantasm per se, but they can still do a lot of pain on you. So, what we can do is make sure he doesn't hit anything well, match is obviously super important. He doesn't hit anything he can damage. The other nice thing about Gorgon, and a lot of Avengers actually share this, is they inflict a damage over time, and while it doesn't do much, these guys often don't have a lot of hit points, so if they survive the blast, they actually aren't too much longer. Like the first time around, I actually killed Leonidas with the curse damage. Like he was down to like 1500, and then he died on the next turn. Anyway, we're a little bit locked into choice here, so let's just charge our gauge up some. That's my girl. Well done, Mash. Alright. Another big feather in Merlin's cap is an instant charge for... It's a damage up and a charge of 20%, which is pretty big, and it's on a very low cooldown once he's up high enough. So... Alright. Let's pop this guy. I think you gotta get through about 10 of these guys before you start whittling his defenses down enough to actually hurt him. The reality, though, is if you got a team of Mash and Merlin, they can protect just about anything. I've gotten around a lot of bullshit challenge quests just by having Mash tank stuff, Merlin heal and help with charge, and a dedicated damage dealer. Other important thing about damage over time, it cuts through all defenses. You don't get to take advantage of it too often, but it's handy when you do. That's what I thought, yeah, about 10 to a dozen. Alright. Let's do this. Yep. So I've talked a little bit about this before, but this is obviously the meat and potatoes of gameplay. It's essentially a very simple turn-based RPG. But I kind of like how random it's not. Like, obviously the gacha leaves you at the mercy of the RNG, but you can see here turns are strictly delineated. All hits are guaranteed, barring some status effects. Very clear rock paper scissors rock paper scissors class advantages. I've often compared it to like dive kick, which isn't a perfect comparison, but it's similar in that you take a very standard battle system, you reduce it to its most basic elements, and you see what complexity still exists. And given the limitations of the platform, they do a lot to mix up some of these fights and do interesting things with them that both create interesting fights and help tell the story. So yeah, it's part of the reason I stuck with it, is that I genuinely enjoy the battle system and have had a lot of fun with the things they come up with. Let's see, can we finish this guy? Probably not, but no harm in trying. Yeah, Gorgon's got it. Hell yeah. That's the thing, yeah. It's genuinely, unironically fun to play this. Yeah, the chapters are a little hit or miss. I'd say about every other singularity is worth playing through. There are some absolute garbage chapters, like most people don't like Agartha that much. One of the Epic Remnant chapters. Rome, one of the early ones, also wasn't terribly well received. But they got better, they got a little more consistent as they went along. Like the last one in India was actually really well done, I thought. Aha, thanks. Appreciate it. And thematically appropriate for a change. Yeah, not a lot we can do. Yep. Found him. Ah, hey, Roku. So we're starting to chip away at him. We're starting to be actually able to hit him. Oh, shit. Okay. Alright, now we got problems. Fortunately, Gorgon comes with her own guts buff, but not a small problem here. Alright, so let's do this. Let's lock down Leonidas. Hey, we got raiders! Hey, thanks for coming! Alright. Let's help Gorgon out here. Alright, let's light him up. Let's do this instead, actually. Nice to have you, Tall. What were you guys playing? Yeah, I do see a lot of people playing Warframe, including yourself, and they have earned their devoted fan base. I'm actually fairly impressed with how long that game has stuck it out and how much they've added to it over the years. Alright. There we go. Let's put some proper shields up. Oh, nice! You're doing a 3 stars challenge? Nice. those are always fun to watch. It's wild the strategies they can come up with the units on the freebie roll. Well, nice to have you here. Good to have an audience relevant to the topic at hand tonight. Alright. Getting there. Not quite, but we're getting there. Now this is interesting. That definitely takes some courage. I salute it. Well, really, Ivory, why even go to space if there aren't waifus up there? Ah, you're going through the story yourself? Yeah, it's a wild ride. I was just saying that for all the gacha trickery they do to get people playing and keep people playing, I genuinely enjoy the twists and turns the story has taken. And yeah, I've had a lot of fun with it. So, enjoy the ride. Oh yeah, Camelot will be fun. Like that, I think that's the first genuine difficulty spike in the game. That's about when they start. I think that's actually when they start introducing break bars and throwing other curveballs at you. Though if I recall right, I know there was one challenge video that took out Gawain with just Billy the Kid. And I don't remember exactly how it was done. Obviously Billy has class advantage, but that's still a very difficult fight. So, yeah, I was pretty impressed by that one. Oh yeah, I did a lot of leaning on Karen's Jalter for that. Like, she just destroys stuff. She's almost unrivaled in terms of single target pain. So yeah, it's really helpful to have. It's really helpful to have lucky friends when you're getting through the early stages. Let's put it that way. And honestly, that is one other kind of. It's kind of a backstop for the game. Obviously, it's entirely possible to not be terribly lucky with your own draws, but you still can borrow a friend's unit and make good progress, even if the gacha is screwing you over. And it will from time to time. Alright. Okay, Gorgon's Guts is down. We're going to want to protect her. We're getting there, though. We're almost through his break bar. Alright, here we go. Alright. Honey, light him up. Oh, we'll do this. You know what? She's deceptively good at survival if she's paired with a tank. And honestly, in this, like I said, in this scenario, if you got Mash and Merlin, you can make pretty much anyone indestructible, or at the very least, keep them alive long enough to do the job. You do, yeah, and each one comes with a different skill set. Alright, now we're starting to do some proper damage to him. Alright, here we go. Let's put that back up. So yeah, you can see here, if you can start setting up an arts loop with Merlin and whoever else you've got, you can overlap the effects of his Noble Phantasm and basically just have regeneration and P-charge pumping throughout the fight. He's an asshole, but there's a very good reason why people go bankrupt trying to get him. Of course, you still need protection, and MASH is pretty much unbeatable in that regard. Oh, that's right. We'll probably be going through the reset on this. Thanks for the heads up. I forgot about that. Alright. You're all good. Fire again. Yeah, generally speaking, for challenge quests, it's safe to try them with MASH up front, borrowing a caster like Merlin, Waver, or even Tamamo, Skahak, or Scotty, I should say, and seeing how you do with your best damage dealer. Sometimes they get a little bit more complicated, but usually that'll get you through enough of the fight to start figuring out what the plan is. Like, often I read guides, but a lot of the times it doesn't really convey what is the optimal course of action from turn to turn, especially when so much of it is dependent on your formation, what servants you're using. Honestly, I tried what the guide recommends, where you protect a single saber, and I actually do have Okita in the back line ready to step in if someone dies, just so she can finish off Leonidas here, but every one of them just kept getting steamrolled, so I figured, fuck it, we'll try this, see if it works. Lo and behold, it did. Alright. Is that what it is? Is that what it means? I had no idea. Particularly ordering fish. That's cute. Gorgon's just hungry. She's working hard this time. That's the thing, yeah. He's layering effects on him, and while you're trying to whittle down his friends, he's drawing most of their fire, and they're doing most of the damage. We are working him over, though. Actually, let's see what kind of damage, raw damage we're doing to him. There we go. Alright, not great, but not bad. You kind of need to be patient with this kind of strategy. A big part of it is stalling him long enough to keep charging over and over. Alright. Interesting. Yeah, the more you know. Honestly, it is kind of fun seeing the various mythological references that Fate drops, because, you know, you're going back through time trying to correct history and such. And they're obviously playing very fast and loose with mythological constructs. But every now and then they do something kind of interesting with them. They basically take the character and separate them from their original myth, and often they exist as kind of a weird state where they recognize their time has come and gone, and they sort of view themselves as simultaneously the person that they used to be and also something else entirely. And yeah, occasionally they sort of explore the character motivations of taking some larger-than-life figure and essentially making them an entirely separate person. Damn, he tanked up for that. Getting there, though, kids. Alright. Okie dokie. Can't do a lot here. Actually, wait, now we'll do this. Alright, good job, Mash. Just in case they get any funny ideas here. Gorgon, eat! Almost there. Just a little more of a charge. Actually, let's do this. That's cute. Oh, shit. Okay. Now we're in trouble. Right. I basically threw sabers in the back line to sort of stall for time here, but without Merlin, our job just get a lot harder. So, let's see here. Nero, I mostly need you to stay alive, and you did... Oh, that's right. She's already got guts. Yeah. One of the minor but more amusing plot beats is that it originally was called Nero Fest, and she basically got displaced by Gilgamesh, and she's sort of sore about that. The last battle is her, like, fighting him, and I think she's the special guest support you can select for that fight. Oh, shit! Okay, we're sort of getting our asses kicked here. Okay, yeah. Shit's gotten real in a hurry. Right, Okay. Landling. That's the thing. It's... Things can go awry in this game in a hurry. Based on who the enemy targets. We're not done yet, but I will admit this is less than ideal. Alright, increase arts cards effectiveness. Yeah, what the hell? Drop everything. B gauge and buff success rate. We'll save that after firing, if she lives through this. Yeah, I might wind up burning one of those. There we go. This might come down to the wire, kids. The good news, he doesn't have class advantage against the remaining sabers. But the Spartans are still trouble. Okay, right. Alright, let's see if we can squeeze in one more Noble Phantasm before Gorgon goes down. Alright. Hang in there, Big Snake. We can do this. Presumably. Alright. Let's soften up this boy. I don't think she'll have the damage for it. We can weaken him. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, they sort of use these guys. Oh, that's right. He's taunting. That's why. Damn it. Ooh, fuck. Oh, I lucked out there. Yeah, they sort of, these are just filler enemies that they've basically labeled Spartans. There is a fair bit of enemy variety in this game, but not so much that they create unique sprites for every enemy. This is probably going to come down to Okita finishing him off. Let's see here. Shit. Okay, archers are a problem. Right. Oh well. You know what? Let's let Landline go. You can chain these things. Ah, shit. You served us well, Gorgon. Okay. Right. Situation just a little bit fucked here. But we'll do what we can. Alright. Pretty much, yeah. I like how this dude's Noble Phantasm is literally his face. Literally just takes his mask off and that's it. Oh, we're getting there, kids. We can do this. Alright. Doesn't have any cards up. Not a lot we can do here. She does still have her guts. Alright. Just have to play it by ear. If it comes down to it, I'll burn a seal for Okita and we'll have her finish him off. Shit. Yep. Okay, here we go. I think Okita can do this. Problem is, will she be able to... She will not. Okay, here's what we'll do. Hoover the stars up. Need you to do just enough damage to finish her, to trigger the first guts. And then we'll have Nero tap him for the win. Yes! Finish him! Haha! Get fucked, Sparta! This is Rome's territory now. Oh, man. Oh. I wasn't expecting that to be as much of a nail-biter. Like I said, last time, Gorgon Mash Merlin actually survived the whole fight, but every now and then, accidents do happen. But yeah, I'm glad we pulled that out. Oh, man. You're the best, Okita. Yep, time to update. And we're at the 1 hour mark, so I'll try the next fight. I probably won't be going for too much longer, but we'll see if I can get through, or at least make a good faith effort at the third one, because there is one thing I want to try. Hey, there's the ticket from it. Excellent. Alright, now, the next fight, and our last one for tonight. Oh, fuck you, Jaguar. Fucking Jaguar's gonna get theirs. Right, now, what was the strategy for this one? I believe I borrowed... That's right, I borrowed a Merlin.
Yay!
Hey, thanks. Alright, thanks, Tall. Thanks for coming. Have a good night, and good luck out there. Alright, now... There were two fights, there were two variations on teams that I wanted to try. This is the one I used last time, basically leading off with Nightingale, of all people, buffing her to hell, and in the back line we've got Medea and Circe to deal him down. Basically we have a single, very annoying assassin who gets more dangerous the longer he stays up. So it kind of behooves you to either stun lock him or remove him quickly. This team is built for the former. Exactly, yeah. So there was one video I saw that two-turned him with crits landing on Nightingale. I don't know if I can do this, but I can make a good show of it. I can make a try for it. Exactly, yeah. If you feed all your crit stars to a berserker, you can just turn him inside out in a couple turns. And that's basically what we're going to try to do here. Alright, fella. Easy does it. Alright, now this time around I've got a little more specific setup. I've Chiron with a CE that targets him specifically, and basically ensures he'll be removed quickly from the fight. However, he will live long enough to impart his buffs onto the rest of the team. So actually, I can just hold off on that for now. Trying to remember how this went. I do want to do this. Not strictly necessary for the strategy, but it does reduce his NP to a wet noodle if she can charge it in time. Yeah, what the hell. I don't feel too bad. That was kind of a scramble to survive last time. So, I could have done better on that one, but I appreciate you putting up with me. So, yeah, we will specifically wait for him to be taken out. Alright. Now, quick note, I have a different outfit here. I switched into Plug Suit, which has one big advantage. The ability to switch switch players here. So, we are going to grab... we're going to grab Merlin. Yeah, Chiron is a bro. I didn't have him last time for this, but he definitely has his uses. Unfortunately, he's hoovered up the stars here, which is a bit of an issue. Now... Alright, this is sort of half remembering how the strategy is supposed to go, so do bear with me. But we are going to give it a try. He's not going to do much. She, however, is. You will note she attacked by pulling out a grenade with a pin with her teeth, and then using the grenade as a melee weapon. Nightingale is, special. Let's put it that way. Yeah, no, this is... Oh, holy shit! Merlin survived! No, spoke too soon. I can usually clutch together a win, but what I'm not very good at doing is weird strategies to clear in a single turn. I'll try one more time with the, what made it work for me last time. What the hell? We'll grab it one more time. Nightingale, step aside. Nightingale, take over. Oh, sure, now we get enough stars for that. Alright. Oh, interesting. I never actually tried that. I'd have to borrow for, see, you can... Yeah, I'd have to borrow for the Emperor, but... Yeah, I do have Caster Nero. I'll give that a try. Alright. Nightingale. Break him in half. Yes! Yeah, the Emperor is absolutely a beast. Alright, he's got his evade up. Not much we can do about that. We can, however, does her... I keep forgetting. Increases attack. Okay. Might want to save that for his Noble Phantasm. Yeah, the Emperor is legit incredible. Like, I feel like a lot of the meta changed around him just because of the crazy ways you can loop his Noble Phantasm and just stack an insane amount of buffs on him. Like, someone compared him to... what's that one Lancer? Inshin, yeah. Like a higher rarity, more powerful version of him, and I 100% believe that. Oh, that's right, yeah, this one we have to alternate cards, because he's immune to whatever hit him last. Alright, so we are going to do this. Alright. Now, not a lot we can do this turn. Alright. Good time to lay down some support stuff. Saving Nightingale for his. Waver's another popular choice for challenge quests, specifically because, yeah, look, he lays down a fuck ton of debuffs, and at least 2 of them are guaranteed to hit. Alright. Now, Nightingale can fuck things up. I could stun him, but I'm going to want to save that. So here's what we're going to do. She's not day-to-day useful, but I really like trying to use her, because being a berserker, she's squishy as hell, but she's got some real interesting utility. And honestly, she's just fun to have around, because she lifted a hospital bed, smashed it into his face. She's bug-fuck nuts, and I love her for that. So yeah, because of her noble phantasm, his did fuck all. Alright. Well, we're gonna save that for now, because this is usually where things start going awry. Yeah. She literally says stuff like she's going to heal someone and then kill them. Ah, you asshole. I should have mixed and matched. My bad. Alright. Little on the nose. Alright. Save that. We're gonna want to do something to finish him off. We'll do this. The English in this game is adorable. There she goes. Good girl. Alright, here's where things start getting really rough. Every turn he's up, he starts dealing out more pain. So the longer this goes on, the more damage he's going to do individually, and that eventually becomes unmanageable. So. Now would be a good time to just really start beating the shit out of him. Fortunately, Nightingale is well equipped to do so. I like how she says good night before throwing the bed at him. Ah, shit, he stunned Waver. Thankfully, we have a stun of our own. Yeah, get fucked! Alright, not a lot we can do here. Alright, we're gonna hold off on Wavers because we don't want to stun him, otherwise the invincibility will be wasted. So. Damn it. Yeah, honestly, again, like the first fight with Toda, I don't fully grasp how the buffs work a lot of the time. I usually have to see them as it happens, and even then, it can be difficult to keep track of just the sheer number of buffs or special conditions. We won't actually get to it tonight, obviously. I'll probably go for maybe another 10 minutes. We'll see if we can finish this off. But, yeah, the Jaguar fight is some hot bullshit, and I don't blame anybody for just leaning on Kuzilla and going from there. Yeah, he literally teleports behind you. It's cute. Yeah, I don't blame Kren for rage quitting on that one. That is basically impossible without a very specific build. Like, One day, I will be breathing my last and tormented by a lifetime full of regrets and wasted opportunities. But in that moment of extreme physical anguish, I will be able to look back and say, at least I completed that fucking fight. Because, God, that's some bullshit. God damn it. Hey, it's all come down to whichever one of my friends had Kuzilla up. Man, whoever you are, wherever you are out there, you saved me a lot of premature gray hair, my friend, and I thank you for that. Yeah, every turn he gets stronger and stronger against humanoids, which is basically every servant, so he becomes more and more of a problem. Yeah, exactly. It'll be some old man at a retirement home somewhere in Neo, New York, after the first and second apocalypses, and God only knows what's happened to the planet. That'll be what I'm most concerned about. Ooh, we might be able to stall him for one more turn. Yeah, exactly. It'll be a mashup. It'll be standard American city. It'll be standard American cyberpunk city that inexplicably has a whole bunch of Japanese stuff for whatever reason. Oh, fuck! Ah, I goofed. God damn it. I was gonna put that on Nightingale. Oh, man. Alright. I'm gonna save the attack buff. Yeah, you're right, it'll be China. Alright, there goes Nurse. Sorry, Nightingale, you did good. Okay. Now we have some fun. Medea is a fairly common servant. You can get her on the freebie roll. I have completely invested in her, and I am going to fuck this man up. Yeah, her Noble Phantasm doesn't do a lot of damage by itself. What it does do, what she does have is the ability to spam it repeatedly. And it also removes, you will see that it has removed his damage to humans buff, and he essentially has to start the process over. Yeah, she didn't have any attack buffs up herself, but she is very good at removing those from the enemy and from removing debuffs from her team. Yeah, she has the damage of an AoE Noble Phantasm targeted at a single person. Also noteworthy, she has class advantage. And then there's Cersei, who also has a few tricks up her sleeve. Actually, we'll save that. So, whoop. Alright, now he's starting to be a bit more of a pain in the ass here. And he's got evade up, which is a bit of an issue. So, put our own shields up. And... strength up when defeated. Okay, never mind. I was worried he had the stun buff up, but it looks like that's not the case. I like the fact that for an assassin, he just screams his head off before every attack. It's kind of adorable. Anyway. Alright. Alright, so we're going to set him up. Apart from her instant charge, Cersei has one big advantage in her Noble Phantasm. Has a unique stun attached to it. So it doesn't do a lot of damage on itself, but it's good for keeping him busy for one more turn. So yeah, sadly we don't have any arts buffs on here, so Medea won't be getting too much help from Merlin. But we'll see if we can get Cersei up one more time. Nobody's hurt, that's fine. Nice. So yeah, by constantly removing his buffs, you can safely stall him and whittle him down. And hey! Look who's ready again. So... yeah, we'll wait for next round. Yeah, one more time. Getting a little close, but we still have the guts buffs up. Alright. Hold on to that instant charge for now. Alright. Let's do this. Honestly, I think Medea is secretly an assassin. Like, in any given fight, she'll be stabbing at least 3 or 4 guys, and I've lost count. We're on at least, like, 10 now. Yeah, it's obviously, she's, as casters go, she's one of the most powerful in the Fate-verse, but her Noble Phantasm requires her to get within melee range, and she's easily destroyed there. Like, if I recall right, Rin actually just beat her up with her fist when she got in close. Like, she was using a bit of Magecraft herself, but she literally just got in close range and cold-cocked her. Alright. Almost there. Running a bit longer than expected tonight, but I didn't expect... I honestly... It can be a crapshoot how well you do when your primary strategy is stalling, because a lot can go wrong. But we should be able to finish this. Alright, getting there. Alright. Hold for one more turn. Probably should have saved that for Noble Phantasm, that's okay. Ooh, hang on a second. Oh, here we go. Get fucked, sir. Eat a dick! Eat all the dicks! Maximum witch power, ladies and gentlemen. Do not underestimate your freebies. They can fuck a dude up right proper. I'm actually a little pleased. That definitely came down to luck. There were a couple close calls there, but yeah. Medea and Circe are very good at controlling fights against enemy assassins. So yeah, highly recommend them if you get a chance. Circe's worth rolling for. Absolutely get Medea if you can. Even if you don't grail her, she's incredibly useful. But yeah, that's Fate Grand Order. Thanks everybody for coming. It did run a little bit longer than I planned. Oh, there's a whole new set of challenge stuff to worry about. But yeah, this is fun. I really like this game a lot. I wouldn't have stuck through the pain that it occasionally inflicts. Hey, nice, free stuff. I wouldn't have stuck through the randomness of the gacha if the story and underlying gameplay weren't enjoying. And even as someone that hasn't... like I said, I find the Fate series kind of hit or miss, but this has been overall very enjoyable for both an entry in the franchise and for a mobile game. Thanks, Kren, for introducing me to it. Thank you all for coming. And next week we'll be getting back to more Deus Ex, and I might do something a little different next week. What I might do... There's 2 different versions of the original Wasteland, and I want to run a side-by-side comparison, because I got 2 different re-releases, and they kind of do interesting things with them, and I want to do a side-by-side comparison. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in, have a good night, and see you next time.